Good evening. I'm John Miko, the Executive Director of the Union League Legacy Foundation, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 64th Annual Union League Scholarship Program Award Ceremony. Of course, this event usually takes place in May of each year, and this year is unlike any in the history of the United States. And due to the shutdown of our in-person operations at the Union League and the Legacy Foundation, we are bringing this program to you virtually, or at least most of the program is virtually. Actually, most of our students were able to come to the League House today to get to know each other, to get to see the League, if not meet its members quite yet, and to get to know each other and build what our chair, Joe Del Rosso, likes to call a cohort, a group of individual leaders who can help each other professionally, personally, and in many other ways through their years, much as members do at the Union League itself. We hope that today is the beginning for them of a lifelong relationship, not just with us, the Union League, but with each other. So tonight's program is actually going to take place here at the Union League and in about a dozen other places from Philadelphia to California. This is no easy task to pull this off, and I want to thank the great staff of the Legacy Foundation for putting this program together. The scholarship program is one of the signature programs of the many that the Legacy Foundation presents each year. And I want to thank the leadership of the Legacy Foundation, in particular our chair of the trustees, Joan Carter. But most of all, I want to thank our donors, because without our donors, we would not be able to award these great students with these great opportunities tonight. And our committee which has worked so hard to select these worthy students from a great applicant pool. And now to introduce this year's 2020 scholars, each of our committee members will introduce a recipient, and then we'll have a chance to hear from each of the students. And to start the introductions, it's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the scholarship committee, Mr. Joe Del Rosso. Joe.
Thank you, John. Before I introduce our first scholar, I'd like to thank you and Kira and Joe for all the hard work you've done on our behalf at the staff, and especially take a moment to recognize the Scholarship Committee of the Legacy Foundation for their hard work and dedication to this fine program. The committee serves as the interview and selection process for the selection of our scholars, and they're remarkably generous with their time, talent, and treasure. This year, the committee reviewed 51 applications. Each of those applications is 15 to 20 pages long, and then selected from that group of applications 17 finalists. It's a lot of work. Tonight you will meet each one of them, and they will introduce our student scholars. And I am proud to personally thank them for their time and dedication and support of the program. Additionally, this program would not be possible without the leadership of the chair of our Legacy Foundation, Joan Carter. Joan not only led the merger of the three foundations previously existing in the league, but led to the consolidation of those foundations into the Legacy Foundation. And after its first year of operation, we have really realized the fruits of Joan's hard work and leadership and those members of the Board of Trustees. Joan, thank you for your generosity, that you have of spirit, time, and treasure, and so much talent that you've always brought to the league in your positions of leadership. And now I would be happy to start off the introduction of our scholars. And the first scholar that recognized this evening is Victoria Maloney. I will introduce the first student this evening, and then from there, other members of the committee will introduce one or two students as part of this cohort. You'll have a chance, as John said, to hear from each one of these outstanding young men and women. And again, I thank you all for being here this evening in what's a first for us, for the scholars, this virtual program, but very happy to hear that you were all together at the League House and have had a chance to spend time with one another. I'm now happy to introduce Victoria Maloney. Victoria was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. She graduated recently from Bishop McDevitt High School and is preparing to start her college career at Newman University. She's going to study international business. I have no doubt that Victoria has a bright future ahead of her. Victoria, I am thrilled to present you with the 2020 Union League Scholarship. And to everyone joining us from your homes this evening, I am very pleased and proud to present Victoria. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Victoria, and I would just like to say, first and foremost, thank you to the Union League and to the Snyder Hockey Foundation. This has been such an honor to be part of the Good Citizen program. The scholarship means the world to me and my family, and without it, I would not have been able to do different programs and participate in different things with Newman, even as a first year. I'm really excited to get to know the Union League community more and hope to meet everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Victoria. Everyone should know that Victoria asked the best questions during our tour that we just completed, and lots of good questions. You're going to want to know Victoria. And to introduce our next student scholar is longtime member of our committee, Mr. Andrew Abruzzi. Andrew. Andrew, you're...
Andrew, you're muted. Andrew, you need to unmute.
Unmute. How's
You got
that?
it. You got it.
Oh, sorry about that. At any rate, thanks to Joe and Joan and John and Kira and everyone. I have to say this kind of stinks that we can't all be together, but I'm sure we will get together, those of us that are meeting virtually, to meet these incredible young men and women and learn what all the former scholars know, that I am devastatingly handsome in person. Okay, now to business. I'm very happy to introduce one of my favorite interviews and one of my favorite backgrounds that we read. Joseph Kowalski, Joey. Joey was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Rancocas Valley Regional High School JROTC. He's a recent graduate from there, and Joey is planning to pursue a degree in English from St. John's University. I was so happy to hear you're going there. Joey, congratulations. I'm thrilled, and I can't wait to meet you soon.
Thank you so much. First off, I want to thank the committee for giving me a great opportunity with the scholarship, not only the scholarship, but being able to meet other scholars and to have new experiences and come back and help with Good Citizenship Day and stuff like that. And I'm excited to go to college, and I'm just very thankful for the opportunity.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Andrew. And everyone should know that Joe is not able to be with us today because he is going to be at St. John's University, but they've asked him to quarantine for a few days before he goes there. So we wish him luck there. And to introduce our next scholar is Monica Delella, who will introduce Alec Delgado. Monica.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to introduce and welcome Alec Delgado. Alec was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by Ed Snyder Youth Hockey. He is a recent graduate of Lindenwold High School in Lindenwold, New Jersey. Alec is excited to attend Elizabethtown College to pursue his degree in biology. Alec is a young man whom I have no doubt will succeed. Alec, congratulations on being a 2020 Union League Scholar. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Thank you. My name is Alec Delgado. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank both the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation and the Union League themselves as a whole for providing me with this amazing opportunity. It means the absolute world to me, and I cannot express my gratitude more enough. Thank you again.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Monica. And next to introduce Lena Kugelman is Ernie Smith. Ernie. Ernie, are you there from the wilds of Haddon Heights?
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to introduce. Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to introduce Lena Kugelman. Lena was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania and is a recent graduate of Northampton Area High School. Lena plans to attend the University of Rochester Institute of Technology and wants to pursue a degree in chemical engineering. Lena, congratulations on your scholarship and welcome to the Union League community. Please share a few words with everyone joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity provided by the Union League and the Legacy Foundation. I'm looking forward to going to college and pursuing my passions. And I really want to say again, thank you for this opportunity in providing me with guidance in my academic pursuits. And I'd also like to thank my parents and my teachers and the Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ernie. And now we're going to go back to Monica, who's going to introduce Eric. Monica.
I'm back, and now I'm happy to introduce Eric Gow. Eric was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. He graduated in the spring from Garnet Valley High School, and he's now planning to study at the University of Pennsylvania, which is my alma mater. He will be studying chemical engineering. To Eric, I am thrilled to welcome you to the class of 2020 Union League Scholars. Congratulations. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Everyone, I'm Eric Gow, and I would like to say thank you to the Union League, the donors, and also the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra, all of which for enriching my academic career and high school career as well, and in the future as well. And I'm incredibly grateful for everything that the Union League has done for me, making it possible for me to go to UPenn. And I look forward to being a part of the Union League and taking part in other programs in the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Monica, again. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce, as Joe mentioned, our leader of the Legacy Foundation, a woman who has led in so many ways, not just here at the Union League, but in her business career, and she has helped many in their business and professional careers. She is a great believer in those things that we believe here at the Union League, liberty and free enterprise. And it's my great pleasure to introduce the chair of the Legacy Foundation, Joan Carter. Joan.
Thank you, John. Good evening, everybody. I am so impressed with this group of young men and women, and I'm also very proud of the role that the Legacy Foundation has taken in helping them build their future. The Legacy Foundation's mission, as all of you know, is to inspire and to educate Union League members, students, and the greater community to be engaged and responsible citizens. And there is no activity that we do that speaks more to this mission than the scholarship program. Tonight, over $300,000 in scholarship aid will be awarded to 13 deserving young men and women. We are really, really disappointed not to host our scholars in person with a little pomp and circumstance, but these students deserve to have their achievements celebrated. And I thank all of you who are with us tonight for joining us to honor them. This year marks over 60 years of scholarships being awarded through the Union League charities. But tonight is the first scholarships awarded by the Legacy Foundation. As most of you know, last year we merged the 3 Union League charities into one, the Legacy Foundation. And I'm proud to say that despite what the country and the city and our friends and family have been going through, the Legacy Foundation has actually seen growth and development in all of our programs, and in particular scholarships, which have hit a new high. And I want to say thank you to Joe Del Rosso and to the entire scholarship committee for your leadership. To our scholars, congratulations and best wishes. You are starting school at a very unique time in American history. This is something you will tell your grandchildren about. I hope that this experience will deepen your appreciation of the liberties that our country was founded on. And I hope that your generation will fight to keep them. Value your freedom, stay focused, work hard, and I hope to meet you in person sometime soon.
Thank you, Joan. And now let's meet some more of our wonderful Union League scholars. And to introduce our next scholar will be Yasmina Mucarzal-Giordano, who will introduce Grace Matthews. Yasmina.
Thank you, John. I am happy to introduce Grace Matthew. Grace was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania. Grace graduated this past spring from Little Flower High School and now will attend Lafayette College to study chemical engineering. Grace is a very special young lady. I could not be more pleased to present her with the Union League Scholarship. Congratulations, Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace. I just wanted to say thank you so much to the Legacy Foundation, Girl Scouts, and my family for always supporting me in my sometimes wild endeavors. I just wanted to say that without all of you, that I wouldn't be able to be standing here today and accepting this prestigious award. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Yasmina. And now to introduce two of our Union League scholars will be committee member Arlene Yoakum. Arlene.
Thank you, John. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening. I have the pleasure of introducing Sadie Willingham to you this evening. Sadie was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Philadelphia Boys and Girls Choir and Chorale. Sadie graduated from Cherry Hill East High School and she'll be attending LaSalle University pursuing a degree in nursing. Sadie, congratulations. I look forward to sharing in all of your successes in the future years. And please share some words with tonight's attendees.
Hi, I'm Sade. I just wanted to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to thank my family for supporting me and the Legacy Foundation for supporting me in my future career in nursing. So thank you so much.
Arlene, I think we're back to you.
Okay. John, can you hear me?
I can.
Terrific. I'm happy now to introduce Javon Torres. Javon is a remarkable young man. He was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by HopeWorks in Camden. He graduated from Lenape High School, and Javon, as we heard earlier, is attending the University of Southern California to study engineering. So Javon couldn't be live in the League House with the other members of the cohort, but he is here with us tonight or this afternoon for him, from California. So Javon, congratulations, and please share some words with tonight's attendees.
Hi, my name is Javon. It's great to be joining everyone online. Well, I'm disappointed that I couldn't be with my fellow scholars in person, but I'm sure I'm going to get the chance to meet you all eventually. I remember back to when I was being interviewed and eventually got word that I was notified for the scholarship, and having not chosen a school at the time, and I could already feel that I was being supported, and having that support no matter where I chose to go to school by the Union League staff and also the scholars. So while I did choose USC, I know that I'm going to be comfortable there, and the Union League scholarship just makes me feel even more confident in that decision. So while I'm all the way across the country, I can't wait to get back and finally see the Union League and meet the rest of my scholars. Thank you.
Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you, Arlene. And now to introduce our next scholar is one of the great supporters of scholarships, not just here at the Union League, but really in the Delaware Valley, the greater Philadelphia region, is my good friend and trustee and member of the committee, Mr. Will Abel. Will, please introduce our next scholar.
Thank you, John. I am disappointed to not be able to see everyone's faces as we've introduced these remarkable young men and women. But I appreciate everyone who has joined us to watch this evening and celebrate these students. I am proud to introduce Scott Pandora. Scott was nominated for the Good Citizen Award by Anderson Monarchs, appropriate as he is quite an athlete. He is a graduate now of Springfield Chestnut Academy and will attend University of Princeton to study economics. No doubt he'll be a better student than me. That's a given. Scott, we have no doubt you have a bright future ahead of you. Congratulations on your Union League scholarship, and we look forward to seeing you use the league in your next 4 years and even hopefully join it when you graduate from Princeton and give us all advice on just what stocks to pick and what economic policies we should follow. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Scott. I just want to thank the Union League and its donors for providing me with this opportunity and supporting my academics in the next 4 years. And it means a ton to me and my family, so thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Will. I want to mention Kira. I think most of you probably know Kira. I'm sure she did this on purpose, but you will notice that next to the Union League scholars that are here at the Union League in the library, there's a globe. And that is the globe that is in honor of Dr. Pina Templeton's father. Pina Templeton gave that to the library and to the Union League several years ago. So while she's not here in person anymore, as she passed a year ago, she is with us. And so Kira, well done. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce the president of the Union League, Charlie Davidson. Charlie has been president during an incredible time. And the Union League always rises to the top, and it is doing that now under Charlie's leadership. A great friend and supporter of all of the work of the foundations and now the Legacy Foundation for many years. Again, my pleasure to introduce the president of the Union League, Charlie Davidson. Charlie.
On behalf of the members of the Union League of Philadelphia, I am proud to congratulate our scholars this evening. I hope that tonight will be the beginning of a meaningful relationship between you and the League, that you will be a regular visitor to our house, that you will keep us updated on your accomplishments, and that you will take advantage of all that the League and its members have to offer. I invite you to get to know our members. They are leaders in our community and in their professions. I know that they look forward to hearing about your achievements and in a small way sharing in your success. The Union League was founded in 1862 to support the Union and President Lincoln, and for the past 158 years has been a civic and charitable leader in our city, our Commonwealth, and nation. Over the next 4 years, all of our scholars will be invited to programs that explore the United States Constitution and other topics vital to our nation and to the world. I hope that you will be able to attend as many as possible. My sincere thanks and congratulations to Joe Del Rosso and the Scholarship Committee. Your leadership and tireless work on behalf of these scholars is what makes this evening and this program possible. I would also like to thank the donors who give so generously to make these scholarships possible. My special thanks goes out to Joan and Will Abel. It was their vision and generosity that created the Abel Scholarship. And finally, I would like to thank the leaders of the Heritage Cigar Club for initiating a new scholarship this year as well.
Thank you, President Davidson. And now it is my pleasure to introduce another president, past president of the Union League and current member of the trustees of the Legacy Foundation, as well as the Scholarship Committee, Mr. Jim Dunnigan, who will introduce the next two scholars. Jim.
Thank you, John, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening from your homes to help us celebrate these students. And I am happy to introduce Sophia Beauquest. Sophia was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Washington Cross Boy Scouts of America. She graduated from Central Bucks South High School in June and is now excited to attend the University of Pittsburgh to study communications. I am proud to present Sophia with her scholarship this evening and introduce her to all of you. Sophia, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm Sophia, and I really want to say thank you to the Scholarship Committee and the Legacy Foundation for this amazing opportunity. And a big thank you to the Washington Crossing Council of the Boy Scouts of America for nominating me. And lastly, I'd like to say thank you to my parents and my family members for supporting me through this whole endeavor. I really wouldn't have done it without you guys. And while I'm not majoring in communications anymore, I don't know what I want to study. I know that with the Union League support, I'll find whatever I would love to do, and I'll be able to pursue my passions with your support. So thank you.
Thank you again. Now I have the great pleasure to introduce this year's 2020 Sir John Templeton Union League Scholar, Anthony Shope. Anthony was nominated for the Good Citizenship Award by the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. He just graduated from Wissahickon Senior High School and now plans to attend Westchester University to study elementary education. Anthony is an impressive young man, and I am happy to introduce him this evening. Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you to the Scholarship Committee, the Union League, the Legacy Foundation, and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia for providing this opportunity for me and my family. We're so thankful for your generosity.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Anthony. So now we're going to introduce our employee children's scholars. And this is a little bit of a different selection, anyhow, process, in that it starts not with the Good Citizenship Award, but with one of the sons, daughters, or dependents of the really dedicated and wonderful staff of the Union League of Philadelphia. These scholarships were initiated by Will Abel, who you met just a moment ago. And Will, because of Will and Joan, his wife Joan's dedication to the league and their appreciation for the service and hard work of our employees, they wanted to create a scholarship for the children of Union League employees. And they initiated this about 2.5 years ago. They made the league gift, they made a challenge gift, and we've raised close to $1 million in support of employee children's scholarships since Will and Joan initiated that about 2.5 years ago. And one of those other, this is the second year we've had the Abel Scholars, but since then, one of our clubs within the club, the Heritage Cigar Club, wanted to fund a scholarship as well. And so we now have the Heritage Cigar Club Scholarship. Both of these scholarships will be integrated into our Greater Scholars Program so that they have all of the benefits and opportunities that our Union League scholars do. And so I want to thank the Heritage Cigar Club, Will and Joan Abel, and all those that have supported these employee children's scholarships over the last couple years. And now we get to meet two of them. And I'm first going to introduce and ask Joan Abel to introduce this year's Abel Scholarship. Joan.
Thank you, John. Before I introduce this year's Abel Scholar, I must say how proud Will and I are to create this opportunity for the children and dependents of the staff of the League. As Will mentioned, I am sorry we can't all be together, but I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy and having a little bit of fun. I have the honor now to introduce Joe Brennan. Joe is the son of banquet bartender Jen Brennan. He's a very special young man who just graduated from Archbishop Ryan High School. Joe plans to attend Husson College, where he will study digital media. Joe, congratulations on your scholarship.
Hi, I'm Joe Brennan. I am excited and honored for this opportunity. On behalf of myself and my family, I want to thank the Union League and the Legacy Foundation for this amazing opportunity and for their support through this process. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Joe. So to introduce our Heritage Cigar Club scholar will be the president of the Heritage Cigar Club, Mr. Gary Silvey. Gary.
Thank you, John. As chair of the Heritage Cigar Club, I am thrilled to introduce the very first Heritage Cigar Club scholarship to Kata McGovern. Kata is the daughter of Chris McGovern, server bartender in the smoking room. Kata graduated last year from St. Hubert's Catholic High School and is a rising sophomore at Newman University. She is pursuing her degree in nursing, and on behalf of all the HCC members, Kata, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm honored to be the first recipient of the Heritage Cigar Club Scholarship. My parents and I are sincerely grateful for your incredible generosity. I promise to work hard and proudly represent the Union League Legacy Foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kata. Thank you, Gary. It's a great class. That is the class of 2020 scholars. Each year, our scholarship committee, I hear it every single year they say, and I think they're right, this is the best class we've ever had. How are we going to do this? And I will say it for them now, this is the best class we've ever had. And I'm very impressed and thankful for the committee for all of that great work. That great work starts actually with a program committee. And the program committee oversees all of the activity, all of the real mission-based activity of the Legacy Foundation, whether it's our exhibits, our work on the collections, our work with many cultural partners throughout the city of Philadelphia, the Liberty Series, Good Citizen Day, our civics education and history education, all of that comes under the program committee. It's a big job to run the program committee. That includes 60-some programs that reached over 100,000 people last year, and all of that is under the leadership and happens because of Steve Target. And so it's now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the program committee of the Legacy Foundation, Mr. Steve Target. Steve.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you also to your colleagues, especially Kira and Joe, for their hard work, again, to make tonight possible. So I'd like to take a moment and share a few simple words of advice for our scholars. Remember, this scholarship is more than just financial assistance. It really should be the beginning of a relationship. As you heard earlier, we invite you back for programs and events, but it's your responsibility to then seek out and take advantage of the opportunities that we present you with. The Legacy Foundation and our Union League membership do have high expectations for all of you. These expectations include academic excellence, continued service to your community and to your new school, and just as important, communication with us. So we do again invite you to come back to the League for our programs. Perhaps you can watch them on YouTube or through other venues, and to be a member of our community. There's one more expectation, however, and tonight's scholars have already pledged this last piece. But for those who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, I'd like to share it with everyone else. The last expectation is not one that you're likely going to fulfill over the next couple of years. It's probably something that you're going to fulfill many years in the future, but it may be the most important expectation we have of you. So I'm referring to a letter that was written by Benjamin Franklin to a young man to whom he had lent money. Benjamin Franklin explained that while he expected no direct repayment of the loan, it was expected that it be paid forward. Tonight, we thank you all for what you've already done to make this come true, but we also ask you to pledge this to others. And what we ask is that when you finish college and you get your feet on the ground and you're self-established, that you too will return the Legacy Foundation's favor to you, that you will help somebody else who may be in need of assistance. So as I read the letter, you'll note that all of our scholars have already made this remarkable commitment. Here we go. 1784, Benjamin Franklin wrote the following letter to a man named Benjamin Webb. And the letter was, "Dear Sir, your situation grieves me, and I send you herewith a banknote for 10 louis d'or. I do not pretend to give you such a sum. I only lend it to you. When you shall return to your country, you cannot fail of getting into some business that will in time enable you to pay all of your debts. In that case, when you meet with another honest man in a similar distress, you must pay me back by lending the sum to him, enjoining him to discharge the debt by a like operation when he shall be able and shall meet with another such opportunity. I do hope it may thus go through many hands before it meets with a knave that will stop its progress. This is a trick of mine for doing a great deal of good with a little money. I am not rich enough to afford much in good works, and so I'm obliged to be cunning and make the most of a little. With best wishes for future prosperity, I am, dear sir, your most obedient servant." Signed, Benjamin Franklin. So by signing below, you all have agreed to this bond that we present to you, and we ask that you do pay this forward to somebody else in the future. Congratulations to everybody, and we too look forward to meeting you in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, and my thanks to all the students for making this important pledge. It is not something we are ever going to check up on you to make sure you do it. It's your word, and we know that you will, and we look forward to seeing you help someone else someday. Speaking of helping someone else someday and paying it forward, I do want to acknowledge that we've had a remarkable last couple of years in terms of new endowment funds. We've already mentioned the Abel and Heritage Cigar Club funds. We've had several others that are now funded and will be awarded next year. And I want to acknowledge the generosity of several of these new endowment funds, especially Mr. and Mrs. Charles Kurz, who Charlie is a trustee of the Legacy Foundation. John and Yasmina Giordano. Yasmina also, who you met earlier, is a member of the trustees of Legacy. Edward and Ellie Haupt, and the Leroy Keene family. These are all new funds that will very soon, within the next year, start to pay it forward and allow new Union League scholars to get a scholarship. So my thanks to them and to all of the donors. And if you like what you saw tonight, you too can be a donor if you're not already, and simply go to ulheritagecenter.org and you can see different ways to support us and learn more about our programs. I wanted to mention, we had some time with the students earlier, and it is a remarkable time. We know that. We've heard all of the phrases that I have to be honest, I'm a little sick of hearing, challenging and all that, but it's true. And listening to our students today, it really came home. Two of them found out today that they are not going to school in person at all. They're going to be going to school virtually. Two others already knew that before today. We hope that that won't happen to any of the other students, but their education is going to be much different. It is going to be lacking some of the most important elements, of course, of a college education, and that is interaction with fellow students and others. I suggested to them earlier tonight that the league will be open before their college and university will be open, and that we as a Union League community would welcome them, would welcome to get to know them, welcome them to our lectures and programs, assuming that we'll be able to have them. And so I hope that they will take me up on that offer to be here, especially since they can't be any other place or many other places in the next few months. Of course, that's all assuming that we also can be open. But I hope you'll see a lot of them in the next few months and years, of course, and that we can help them in this very interesting and difficult time, especially for them. So before I close, I wanted to share two gifts that the students received tonight. One is a gift, they're both gifts from Pina Templeton, who I mentioned earlier. Pina commemorated the 150th celebration of the Gettysburg Address with all of us here at the Union League and Justice Alito. And Justice Alito gave a brilliant speech that evening. And Pina commemorated that evening by producing a book based on that speech. So all of the students received a copy of that, and all of our scholars always receive a copy of that book, as well as a copy of a book that she helped produce and fund, which is a docent's guide to the Union League of Philadelphia. And it's a wonderful walking tour of this great historic and architectural gem here on 140 South Broad Street, which we all hope we can get back into very soon. But it's a wonderful gift that speaks to what the League is all about. It's about the Civil War, it's about freedom, it's about liberty, and it's about keeping all of that, paying it forward. So I thank Pina very much for that gift and for all the gifts that she has given us and gave us throughout the years. As I mentioned earlier, she passed this past fall, and we miss her deeply, but she is a legacy here, in fact, as so many people benefit from her and her husband Jack's generosity. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this unusual program tonight. I have a sense of pride in just knowing that I'm affiliated with these students and that we can help them. And I have just one last message for them. And it's from Abraham Lincoln, of course. And it's a quote from him. "I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." There are thousands of Union League members who believe in you. We know you will succeed. We look forward to sharing your success. Congratulations, and everyone, thank you for being with us this evening. Good night.